Okay, I'm making this video because we've had another shooting in Texas, and I got this clip video from some inquiry here, Snoops, and I don't know anything about what Snoops is, snoops.com, and it comes up with this whole Sandy Hook shooting exposed, propaganda, whatever it may be, about the shooting itself. I've been watching it about halfway through, and it's very disturbing. Now, first of all, I did a couple searches on, I've gotten a couple YouTube videos from people talking about, whether or not there was a Bushmaster AR-15 involved in the shooting, or in the school, or in the car, or in the whatever. Four handguns in the school, 2 guns in the school originally. All these back and forth things, and I'm not going to the point of trying to say dispute it, but the biggest problem I have is what is wrong with the facts. Just plain simple reporting the facts. And if people aren't going to tell you the facts, then what the hell is the point of reporting anything at all? This guy here in this video, and I'll make it bigger for you again, and we'll just watch a little bit of it. But this guy is the guy that had the school kids apparently walking down the street, that ran out of the school after the shooting, immediately after, and wandered down the street or whatever, and this guy brought him into his home. And this is what he's saying about the so-called shooting, if you will. So I'm going to crank up the volume here so you can hear it, hopefully.
I saw 6 children at the end of the driveway, and I saw a man speaking kind of harshly to them in a loud voice, saying, "It's going to be all right, it's going to be all right." And I thought it was a skit or a play, or some Cub Scouts were rehearsing.
So this little comment here from the snooper guys is they're saying very logical, don't ask the man or bus driver, depending on what the story tells, what has happened, and adults with kids just said nothing and left the scene, Gene, whatever, not calling the police. Most people I know, if you see a bunch of kids on the street and you're outside, you're probably going to go and approach and start asking questions. This guy doesn't. See how much I can get on this video here, but
the emotion that these people are displaying consistent with someone who just had their lives devastated.
The biggest disturbing one that I saw was about this guy, and so this is about what he did before the saying he's getting into character.
My name's Robbie Parker.
Okay, so this shows this guy, and I don't know anything about him other than what we all know, is that he does a little prep work before his big announcement. But the real disturbing part was what he did. Okay, apparently this is talking about what he did while the shooting was still happening. Apparently he was on Facebook and he was making a page for donations for his family, and this is what it shows here. So basically you're seeing this is a Facebook page that's made on the 14th, the day of the issue. It was created on the morning of December 14th by this person of Snoop that is giving you this information. There highlights, like the first post talks about the loss of his beautiful girl, which of course is fine, of course, right? But then it's like too quick. You know, like if you heard that something like this happened to you, would you be even near a computer? Would you be doing anything? I think I'd be sitting in my room with the lights off and trying to figure out, you know, why this happened, not trying to document it or take advantage of it or whatever. You know, I don't know the answer. I'm just saying that, and I'm not a conspiracy person, but it talks about this this infamous photo, which is a Christmas photo, matching dresses, black top. This is the girl in question here, and then you go on to, he talks about how he goes into, she's wearing the same dress, sitting with the president, and all the kids are all wearing different clothes, but she's wearing the same thing. Okay, so what I was talking about was basically the truth. You know, why people in the news in America fail to simply tell the truth. Do I know what happened with any of these things? You know, obviously, you know, lives were lost. It's a tragedy. You know, how did it happen? Would be nice to know, but when you don't know how things happen, then you start making assumptions. People start making an ass out of you and me. You've heard that before. Assume. I don't know what happened to this country and to the people of our news and our politicians and our neighbors, if you will, where people just fail to tell the truth. What's so difficult? Is it that we don't, the people in this country of ours, the people watching TV, the people listening to the radio or on the internet, that they can't handle the truth? Is it that it's not financially feasible to tell the truth, which I think might have a lot to do with it? You tell the truth in one direction and all of a sudden your main backer is going to get hurt. So they spin things. The worst thing you can do is say something that you may know but not the truth. You're guessing. Okay, it's getting close to 2 months after, we're going on the second month of after this Sandy Hook shooting, and I don't think anybody really knows. People are still guessing. Now, I'm not a cop, I'm not a police officer in any way. I don't know how all those things work, but I know for a fact that if a tragedy happens like this in a school, it's a crime scene, and they should be taking pictures and, you know, documenting and rounds fired and shells and all that kind of CSI crap. But we've not seen any of that. We have seen a lot of the news saying this happened and this happened and this happened, and legislation, and, you know, if the president is acting on banning assault rifles that stringently, but yet nobody can show us that there was a Bushmaster AR-15 in the school shootings, but yet there's all this other sorts of stuff about 2 guns, 4 guns, Bushmaster, Sega 12. Something's wrong, which means, and I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but I don't like the fact that there are other, what am I trying to say? That there are other ways that this could have happened, and the truth not really being out there. So I think everyone that's reporting news on it really should just go to hell, because they're out for themselves, not for the people that have died. They're reporting news that's not news. The politicians that are trying to get bills passed, they should go to hell too, because they're trying to get their cause done without us knowing what really happened. Specifics. You know, why ban assault or an AR Bushmaster, or what they call an assault rifle, if it wasn't even used, and then all of a sudden this is the reason why we want to have an assault weapons ban? It's shameful. It is. If it comes out that there wasn't an assault rifle used in Sandy Hook, I would expect an apology. I'm really that upset about it. I think that we should all get an apology for our government officials using their power and our news, which First Amendment, yeah, they can say what they want, but Jesus Christ, what happened to integrity of the news broadcast or of the reporter? Where are you doing your reporting? Or is it just, you know, somebody writing little notes and passing them in school to each other, and that's news all of a sudden? So I would expect an apology. This is about as long as I'm going to make it. I hope people still don't forget about what happened, and we all wait and see what actually happened, what was used. You know, are we going to have to wait for a trial? I don't know, but yeah, that's just my take on it. I'll put the link of this video on it, and you guys, if you want, can go and look and check this out if I know how to do a link. But yeah, that's my spin on it, and yeah, I'm a little pissed. Lastly, I'd like to say I got my card. Bammo. My NRA card came in the mail. So that fires out. So support the Second Amendment. By the way, this is what I thought was my card. And this was attached to the mailer that came that made me get my NRA card. So although black is neat, it's not a card, it's just a garbage, but it does have the Bill of Rights, Second Amendment on the back of it, which is kind of cool. So I'll keep it just for the hell of it. So